Previously, on the Hoard of the Dragon Queen. The north of Faerun finds itself embroiled in chaos, as the long benign cult of the dragon has recently made a resurgence, and is actively pillaging nearby lands at the behest of 7 Sajarin, who is attempting to gather 5 dragon masks to release Tiamat from her prison in the 9 Hells. Meanwhile, 4 novice adventurers journey to the town of Greenest as caravan guards for the belligerent Nub McGrub. During said journey, they came to know Nub's bodyguard, Sebastian Crenshaw, and the reserved Marlowe Duskwood, who did their best to make the group feel welcome, despite Nub's foul temperament and overt self-interest. When the party reached their destination, they were greeted by the sight of a blue dragon that circled ominously over the town. Sensing the plight below, the party ventured further in, and soon arrived at Greenest Keep, where they became acquainted with Governor Naito and Castilian. From here, the party proceeded to work through the night, and saved many townspeople, whilst also driving back the nefarious raiders, which eventually culminated in a stand at the keep, and an ultimatum posed by the battle-hungry Langdrosa's Cyanrath. Zark answered the Draconid's challenge for single combat, and fought a pitched battle, with the former eventually prevailing, thanks to the awakening of a mysterious new power. The raiders retreated after the battle, and the party were rewarded for their efforts. After spending a few days of rest, the party were besieged by Nessun Wildra to find his friend Leosin Elenfar, who was captured by the raiders during the attack on Greenest. After tracking Leosin back to the raiders' camp, the party were captured almost immediately, thanks to Zark's reputation. However, some reinforcements courtesy of Gwen allowed the rest of the party and Leosin to escape to a nearby cave, wherein our heroes contended with many twists and turns, which eventually led them to a rematch with Langdrosa's Cyanrath. After returning the Dishonored Warrior to his senses, he vowed to join our heroes' fight. And now we return as the Tyranny of Dragons continues. Okay, welcome back everyone to Hoard of the Dragon Queen, where I am joined by the gang as usual. Okay, so yeah, some stuff happened last time. So you fought Langdrosa's Cyanrath to somewhat near death, and he's kind of managed to lumber over to over here. So, what do you guys want to do? I just want to kind of see what, if anyone's got anything to say or wants to do before I move things on a bit.
I think more or less I was at a good point. Just continue on, unless anyone else has something else.
What shape are the orcs? Like Leah, Grumsh, and that shape. I believe that their people weren't involved in the fight, but Grumsh was.
Grumsh was. Leia stayed back for most of the fight. Actually, I think she stayed back in that fight.
Yeah.
The other
She
orcs,
did, yeah.
the other orcs didn't interfere either. I mean, you can just ask them straight up, or you could do a perception check to see if you can kind of like, you know, do a cursory glance to see how they are.
I would like to get a glance at Grumsh.
Okay, roll perception then, please.
Sorry,
It's okay.
I forgot I don't have the plugin.
Nah, it's alright. Okay, on a 16, you can tell that Grumsh has taken a few scrapes here and there, but he's in surprisingly good shape, especially given that he was in combat before he came into here, and I mean, I don't think he really got hit by Langdrosa that much. I can't quite remember exactly if he really took any damage at all, but yeah, he seems alright.
Good. That was me.
Okay, Delman, Blaine, do you guys want to do anything?
Nope.
Don't believe so, no.
Okay, cool. So, So a couple of things happen. So Langdrosa moves to the front of the party. Where did you want him, by the way? Did you want him leading into the next section? Or did you kind of want him
I would
behind?
have said leading, given he is more familiar with the area.
Okay, so in that case, before he proceeds, Langdrosa is going to turn to you, Arthur, and just go, "Listen, I need to just pick up something from over there. It will probably make matters easier." Pointing towards Mondaf's corpse.
I just give a nod.
Okay. Langdrosa walks over to Mondaf's corpse.
I narrow my eyes, watching him suspiciously.
Yeah, he pays nobody any mind, and he just picks up a hat and walks back next to Arthur.
At points, I would just raise an eyebrow.
These cultists are many things. They're loyal, but they're cowards. Seeing this will probably break their morale.
I understand then. Lead the way.
So, Laia actually sort of steps away from the crowd, and she actually says, she kind of like looks over towards you, Gwen. It seems like she wants to talk to you before you move on, but is kind of like cocking her head to kind of indicate that you kind of need to talk away from Dalaman.
I believe she's up there, right? Where I moved. I'm moving.
Yeah.
towards her.
That's exactly where she is. So Laia just goes, "Listen, I know this isn't really the time for small talk, but we might not get another chance to discuss this. The gnome up there." She lowers her voice a little bit. "I think I might have an idea of what's wrong with him. I suspect as we get closer to these eggs, that thing..."
Something might happen.
Yes. I can't do anything for him right now, but if it surfaces again, and I can catch him off guard, I might be able to suppress that part of him. There's not really much time to explain how I can do that precisely, but if it happens again, I need you to try and restrain him.
Just so you know, he doesn't want his guest. Putting all the disgust I can in that word. Making clear I'm not talking about a friendly house guest. I'll do what I can. I'll stick close to him.
His last host wasn't so resistant, if it's who I think it is. Laia doesn't elaborate on this anymore, and she just steps back towards the group. So, before you guys...
Is there any chance I could have overheard that?
You can roll perception if you want to see if, like I said, they did lower their voice, so I'd probably... yeah, just roll perception. I don't... yeah, you kind of got the general gist of that. You didn't hear every single word, but you know that Laia has some sort of connection to Cryolark. I'd probably say that, yeah, you essentially know more or less what Gwen knew. She should have perhaps stepped a little bit further away, but oh well. So, before you guys move on, you hear some shouting coming back from the direction you came from. And let me just hear this. 3 more orcs appear, and they just run up to... Let's go back to this. They just run up to the orcs in general and just go, what Chief Grumsh? What Chief Slayer? The battle seems to have turned in our favor. We come to offer you support. With that, they kind of run into... Like, one of them actually outstretches a hand, and it contains a healing potion. and kind of offers it towards Grumsh, who then just the orc then just says, "We found this in one of the tents. You probably need this, war leader." Grumsh walks over and just uncorks the potion and drinks it. And he regains a little bit HP. I didn't actually make a note of what healing potion I was going to use for this. That was my bad. Just can't quite remember.
Basic is 2d4.
What's
I
the-
think
what's
the next one up is 4d4.
I think it's 4d4 is the one I wanted. For some reason I just didn't write down the calculation. Apologies. So I'll just go ahead and roll that now. Thanks, Sandu.
Okey-dokey.
Okay, so Grumsh gains 7 hit points from that.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm on form with them ones.
Yep.
Grumsh looks slightly disappointed that the curative effects of this potion are not as good as the touch of his wife, and
Hey, ooh.
That sounds wrong. Is that a greater healing potion? Out of curiosity.
I think
Yeah.
it was probably
Okay.
Yeah, it was a one up from basic. I just for some reason just didn't write down the specifics of that. So Grumsh turns to the orcs that are already here, and he just says, "You lot, cover our retreat." And then he just goes, "You three, move forward." So they are going to join up with you, and the orcs who are already here are going to stay back. Grumsh himself moves over, and Leosin just kind of announces out loud to you all, "Listen, you're probably not going to like this, but I think I should probably stay back here. I think you know where the dragon guys are now, so you don't really need me to walk into further danger now, do you?" Kind of just talking to the group, not addressing anyone in particular.
Oh, but darling, weren't you the one who wanted to go in there?
Yes,
send us all in there?
I know, but I didn't know how dangerous it was. I mean, yes, I did know how dangerous it was, but I didn't realize there were so many things trying to kill me.
In the middle of a camp.
Okay, look, I'm still kind of new to this.
Eyebrows all the way up to the hairline.
That's fair enough. Leosin just kind of gingerly presses his 2 index fingers together, just goes, "Listen, I'm still rather new to this, and I just didn't think things would get so out of hand is all. Listen, if I were to stay back here and stay with the orcs, I could warn you if anyone else is coming, perhaps."
Fine, just don't come screaming.
Oh,
in case we're trying to hide.
Oh no! I mean, I am a professional. At the end of the day, I wouldn't undermine my new efforts. I just want to stay out of line of fire. I mean, look what they did to my leg. For goodness sake, it's bleeding.
Oh no!
In universe, he's taken 4 hit points of damage.
At that point, I'll just turn around and start moving away.
Fair enough. So Leosin is just kind of chilling back here with the others. So I'm just kind of going to move them there. Do you want to have Zark do anything? By the way, I assume he's just going to be passive unless you say otherwise.
Let's try to keep him a little distance from our half-dragon cannon.
Yeah, the half-dragon cannon, as I said before, is just essentially listening to you guys. He doesn't really pass comment, nor does he really seem to be acknowledging sort of what you guys are saying. It almost seems like he's kind of zoned out. So,
Yeah, let's just try to keep somebody between him and Zark. Just like
So, with that, Langdrosa just
So
turns.
Zark doesn't get any stupid ideas.
Langdrosa kind of like snapping out from his malaise for just a moment, looks over to you, Arthur, and just says, "Are you ready for us to move?"
I'll look back. Gentlemen, you ready?
Hmm. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Lead the way.
So, are you following directly behind Langdrosa, Arthur, or are you taking Gwen's advice and kind of letting him go down the stairs? He isn't looking back to check whether you're...
I'd say I'd be 10 feet behind him.
10 feet behind.
So there's a little bit of space, not much, but...
Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and review this room. Oops, this is being a bit derpy. There we go. So there are more guys in here. Right, so Langdrosa moves into this room, and these guys, as you kind of go down the stairs, Arthur, you do start to hear the hushed but somewhat frantic whispers of these three guys in here. If you want to roll perception to see what they're saying, you can do so. Otherwise, Langdrosa is just going to keep going forward unless you stop it.
Might as well.
Okay, 14. I'm not going to say that you hear the whole conversation, but you get the general impression that these guys know what is being going on upstairs and they're frightened. But specifically about what they intend to do about the state of the affairs, you can't really tell from here.
So I guess I'll just keep following behind.
So that Langdrosa just strides into the room, and these three just recoil backwards. They were not expecting to see Langdrosa, and quite like a lot of the other cultists you've seen in the cave thus far, they look injured, and were probably most likely injured by Langdrosa. Without saying a word or skipping a beat, Langdrosa simply takes the head of Mondaf, I'm just going to use Mondaf's token for this, and just tosses her head in the middle of all three of them. Whilst you would expect them to scream or to just recoil back in further horror, they just seem pinned to the spot, almost frozen. He's induced such a state of terror in them that they can barely move. However, one of the Dragon Claws does manage to pipe up and say, "Oh god, oh god, oh god, what do you want? What do you want? He's come back to finish us!"
At this point, I'll walk forward. Stand beside Langdrosa.
As he says this, you do hear some sound coming from behind you, but not much yet. So, are you going to interject yourself here, Arthur? Or are you waiting to see what Langdrosa does?
I'll interject. Your weapons down now.
Okay. Roll intimidation with advantage, but I'm also going to say add an extra +4 to that.
Okay,
Just given these specific set of circumstances. It's their leader's head after all.
So it'd be +6. That's better.
Awesome. Okay, so yeah, without hesitation, the three of them comply, and Langdrosa then speaks. "I know you have guards up ahead. Tell them to surrender. I know the one standing back here holds slightly higher rank. Let us pass, and you will live." So, with that, these three just run to the stairs behind you. Just going to reveal a little bit more of the map so you can see. So they're kind of running this way. I also have to reveal this. Oops, Daisy.
Is that like an overpass over that area, is it?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because it was kind of like it was a thingy going over, so I couldn't reveal it before now. It's not quite straight, but it's fine. You can. You don't.
we get one.
I'm not going
There's
to.
a weird path.
I'm not going to make you roll athletics or acrobatics across the bridge. Don't worry, I'm not.
It's not a Skywatch pass.
Nope.
No. It's definitely not one of those. What do you take me for? Okay, so do they just continue? They just go down there. Do you guys follow? Langdrosa, if you don't stop him, is going to just start striding forward. Actually, he's going to pick up the head again.
As he's picking up the head, I want to have a look around this room to see what's actually in here.
Okay. So, roll investigation for me. Okay, you can tell that this is a general barracks area. Sort of obviously a lot of the living accommodations for the camp are outside. It seems that this area specifically is probably more for, like, I'm guessing for people guarding the hatchery, or probably some more of the elite soldiers that they kind of want to just keep out of the camp. There might be other areas like this because it does seem a little bit small, but judging from the tents, you could probably tell in this very specific area it was probably once mostly inhabited by kobolds. But yeah, you can kind of just see like a stand with a lamp on it, a campfire in the middle. You get the impression, I'm going to say on 17, is there is probably some stuff to find here, but if you're to stay behind and search each of the tents thoroughly, it would probably take you a few minutes to do so. As also gone.
What weapons were dropped, by the way?
What weapons were dropped? Okay. So there were 2 Dragon Claws and 1 Cold Dragon Shield. Okay, so the Dragon Claws dropped a scimitar, as they usually have, and so I just need to go over. Oh, hello. I just need to get this character sheet up. I always miss one of them. I think it's because I wasn't expecting to. Oh, Dragon Shield. Okay, let's see what he actually has. He has a spear.
Just leave them be.
Just a regular old spear. These weapons. I'll just say outright, these weapons aren't magical. So Langdrosa's seeing you look around, like this room, just considering you probably had a few moments to do so whilst he was picking up the head, will kind of just like lower himself to kind of be looking at eye level to you, and just goes, we don't have time to look. If you want me to work with you, we need to keep moving.
Fine.
With that,
Lead the way.
Langdrosa keeps moving onwards. Once
Is
again,
he armed, by the way? I can't remember.
Langdrosa, yeah, he did pick up his greatsword.
Right, yeah, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, like he's just generally. Sorry, go on.
Actually, on that note, can we please say that Zark picked up any weapons he might have dropped? Because I don't remember if he dropped any.
I don't see her, so I just go here.
Dropped.
There would have been time before, like while we were talking and getting ready to walk downstairs. If he had dropped any weapons upstairs, that.
Yeah, I'm going to.
It might have been in that one last session.
Yeah, fair point. Yeah, I'll be fairly forgiving and say that you guys have picked up your weapons. But I mean, since you've kind of announced that, I'll say that Zach will have picked it up now if he hasn't done so already.
Can I ask something?
Oh yeah, of course you can. Go ahead.
How much health is Max again?
I wasn't keeping a track of Max's health, I don't think, last session.
I think just 1?
He got
no,
healed.
I healed him again once after that. He was healed twice. He was fairly, I think he was halfway. More than halfway.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I have 17 at the moment on his token, but I don't know if that might be out of date.
Sounds right to me. Does he have around 20?
I think his max is 25 or something like that.
25, yeah.
Yeah, 17 sounds right to me.
Okay.
I did put more than 1 healing spell into him.
Can you use potions on, like, animals?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a rule against it, so yeah.
The wolf has only 1 less HP than I do. I'm a very squishy boy.
That is. That's also quite depressing. Okay. So, did you want to? Did you have a feeding potion, buddy? A healing potion to feed Max before we move on.
I do, yes.
Okay, if you wanted to go ahead and do that now, Langdrosa is just kind of like walking forward. So I'd say in the time that he's kind of like him and Arthur having the conversation, he starts moving. In that same time frame, you can be given this healing potion to Max. So go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Do I need to do something for that, or?
Yes, it will be a roll. It should say on the potion, if it's a standard potion, it'll be a 2d4.
Okay.
Plus 2, is it? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Max gains 6 hit points. So that will take him up to 23.
Nice.
Okay, awesome. Right, so do you guys want to do anything else whilst Langdrosa is moving forward, or are you guys going to be following on now?
How long were we searching around in this room?
In the barracks, I'm going to probably say that Arthur just sort of took a cursory glance, probably about the amount of time I was actually describing it. Probably about maybe 30 to 45 seconds, and then Langdrosa just essentially said, no time to be a loot goblin, we need to move.
Okay.
But I am a goblin. Hobgoblin.
He makes the sessions.
Oh.
Right. Okay, so what are you guys doing? Are you doing anything else, or are you following on?
I am going to be following.
I guess if I'm being hurried along, I'll follow.
Yeah. As I say, Langdrosa is doing what
I'm
he's supposed to do.
sticking with Delaman unless he wants to stay up there.
No, I'm coming.
Just move Zach with you. There you go. Right, okay, so Langdrosa keeps moving forward across the bridge, hop, skip, and a jump. Oh, I should have... Actually, you can't walk in that layer because it's a token. Whoops. I should put that on the map layer. There it goes, on the map. Never mind. I've lost the bridge.
As we leave the room, can I glance at what's her name, Lyra?
Yes. What do you want to do?
Is she watching me?
Oh, perception.
All right.
She has eyes, therefore she must sing. But in response to your specific query, you're not sure.
You don't even know where she is.
You're like looking at her one moment and then she just seems to blink out of existence for a few seconds. Okay, so are you guys following on then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys get to this room here. So the 3 guys who laid down their weapons just sort of ran along, and it actually seems as though when you're walking in, you can hear a couple of them go, what do you mean he's free? You mean he got out of the freezer? Why? So and at that moment, Langdrosa himself steps in, and everyone just falls silent. Once again, he just holds the head of Mondath up and just goes, if you value your lives, run like the maggots you are now. And with that, these guys don't really even need to think about it. They just, all at once, run for the hills outside of the hatchery. Langdrosa has managed to clear your path for you.
Damn it! It's depriving us of the XPs.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you chose to save him, so that's kind of the consequence of that. God, he's making things easier for us. God. It's like the story changes if we decide to do things. Okay, so you guys move on, and so...
Can I check out
Remember, you're
this?
talking to video game players. They don't know that.
What does that say?
Video game logic isn't like that. It doesn't matter what you do, the story happens.
Yeah.
And if it tells you to hurry up and you take 5 days to get there, it doesn't matter.
In this It may do in this case, but actually, in video game logic, you're completely correct. Sorry, Delima, what were you asking?
Can I look at this?
Yeah,
Sorry.
so just roll investigation generally for the room. Okay, right, so you can tell that, like, throughout the cave, like, the various stalagmites and stalactites just kind of look like a regular cave formation. In this room, however, they seem to have been polished. It seems that this room has kind of been taken better care of than the others. That sort of that thing that you were pointing to directly is an altar to Tiamat. You can kind of just see a bunch of flickering oil lamps, like either side of the altar. There's kind of a few on the walls of the room which I didn't put on there. Yeah, you can probably also tell based on how high you rolled that there's a lot of carvings on the wall, but it seems that like the carvings of the black dragons have kind of been given more. They're kind of like more in the foreground than the other dragons. There's kind of like depictions of all of the various chromatic dragons on the wall. There also seems to be an image of Tiamat herself over what appears to be some sort of volcano. Do me a favor, any of you, roll intelligence to see whether you can kind of glean the meaning of that. Okay. Delman, actually, because it's Dragon Law, I will give you advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, that is... You actually just under the threshold for failing, but now you're just on the threshold for success. Congratulations. Okay, so that particular location is known as the Well of Dragons. You don't really know much about it, but you kind of like scratching at the back of your mind, you can tell that it's yeah, it seems to be part of a prophecy sort of that describes the return of the Dragon Queen. So if the objective of the Cult of the Dragon wasn't crystal clear before, yeah, you can kind of get you get the impression that Longdrosa was being completely sincere when he was telling you about the cult's wider objectives. I'd probably also say that you would know, just based on knowledge, that you know that the Well of Dragons, though you don't know much about the location itself, is located to the northern extreme of the Sunset Mountains, which are, funnily enough, only... I mean, I say only a little ways east of here, but it's kind of like east of this location. It's kind of like on this side of the continent. Do you want to know anything else about this location or any other details about the room?
Are there any? I assume there are depictions of white dragons.
There's depictions of all of all the evil chromatic dragons. So yeah, there's depictions of white dragons, but as I said before, it seems like the depictions of the other dragons have either kind of been overshadowed by black dragons, or they're just not featured that much in comparison. So that might tell you a little bit about the mindset of the person who set up this operation. So, you want to know anything else?
No, I'll keep this information to myself.
Okay. Other than that, I'm going to say that you obviously notice the treasure chest over here. These two objects here are just kind of like makeshift stools for people to sit on. Langdrosa is actually going to move over to this part here. This is a lever on the wall, and he points to this lever over here and just says, "One of you, pull that down."
I would
And
not
what
stop.
exactly will that do?
We need two of us to pull the levers down to get through the door, which is currently shut. Langdrosa looks at the party
Also
expectantly.
nodding to Zark, like same as Arthur.
When he does that, I'll go and stand facing the door.
So you're
Robert
going to
beside me.
position yourself by the door?
They're looking towards it here.
Yeah. Is anyone going to step down to pull this lever?
It's
We're done. It's Zark.
Zark.
Oh, Zark's going to do it, so I'll move him there then. Okay, so, like, Langdrosa just turns to Zark and just says, "We need to pull it down at the same time. On 3. 1, 2, 3." And with that, both characters pull down the levers, and the door does indeed open, as Langdrosa said it would do. So, he then steps forward to join the rest of you. I assume Zark is going to do likewise, and he is just once again going to start moving forward into this room, unless you guys want to do anything before he moves on. Have to make it quick then.
I want to loot the chest.
Okay, right, so
It's not Skyrim.
okay, so you go to loot the chest. You actually find that the chest is locked.
Of course it is.
Are you going to try and do anything else with that?
Can someone open this?
So, Langdrosa once again
On
is
the
gonna,
way out.
yeah, Langdrosa is just predictably going to shout back, "You'll have time for riches later. We need to go. Move." Do you take heed of him, or do you continue going into the chest?
No, I want to know what's in the chest.
Right. Okay.
Important.
Right. Okay. So let's see. So to just have to quickly scroll down my notes a little bit. Just to get this part. Right, okay, so as I mentioned, the chest is locked. I don't suppose anyone here would have proficiency with lock picking or the like, would they?
Thieves' tools, yes.
Do you have thieves' tools?
Yes.
What do thieves' tools actually do mechanically, just so I know?
Second. Set of tools includes a small file, a set lock, picks. So yeah. Small mirror mounted on a metal handle, a set of narrow bladed scissors, a pair of pliers, and I'll be proficient with them.
So you'd be proficient with them. Okay, awesome.
Yes.
It's just a D20 plus proficiency bonus, right? If you're
Right,
proficient
okay.
with them.
Incidentally, I am going to point out, because of Delaman's high investigation, you do see this area down here as well. This is probably the area that Langdrosa was alluding to when he was talking about like Mondaf's quarters. But okay, so are you going to try and pick the chest, Arthur?
Didn't he want to go in there?
Langdrosa told you if he died that there would be more information in there, but he's very dead set on going towards the eggs.
Oh, I thought he said there was like more of that emergency juice that keeps him staying in there.
No.
Maybe I misremembered.
No. Basically, he was saying if he were to die, you would find more information there. Essentially, is what he said. Okay. So, Arthur, are you going to assist Delaman with this?
Quickly roll over, have Robert continue following. Do you know how to use these? Holding out thieves' tools.
I use this. Point to my mind. Does not help open these.
Right. Help me when I try then. And I'm going to attempt to
Okay,
use my
so
thieves'
just
tools
to,
quickly on it.
so just to let you know, for this, like, it's a dexterity-based check, I would imagine, for thieves' tools.
But using thieves' tools that I'm proficient with, it would be d20 plus my proficiency bonus.
D20 plus your proficiency bonus. Okay. Right, okay, I'll take that as the check then. So, yeah, go ahead and make the roll for me. Oh god, you don't know how lucky you are. Right,
Yay.
so, Arthur, as you start to pick the lock of this, you kind of notice something a little bit strange. Your eyes kind of like, sort of like, as you're locking it, it doesn't seem like the tumbles are kind of like moving in a regular fashion, and out of instinct, you kind of like peer underneath the chest and you notice that it's attached to some sort of mechanism. And that the lock itself would probably cause this mechanism to trigger if it weren't picked deftly enough. You kind of, it's good that you realize this just in time, and you start to you kind of use the tools a little bit more carefully. And after a few moments more of picking it, the chest eventually opens without any incident occurring.
See,
Good
piece
job.
of cake.
Good job. Right, okay, so the chest opens. I assume you'd like to have a look at what's inside?
Yeah, it's going to leave it and walk away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we just did it for the lockpicking experience.
Yeah,
I don't want the 3 gold in there.
Yeah, just to let you know, I'm not rolling for this just because I did want to give you guys some rewards for this section, so I wanted to have this particular thing be fixed. Right, okay, so the first thing you find, Arthur, on the very top, is a string of pearls, which is worth 300 gold.
Making notes as we go.
Yeah, tell me when you're ready for me to continue, by the way.
Go on.
Okay, a golden sapphire ring worth 900 gold.
Jeez.
Bearing in mind, you guys have probably not had that much money comparatively, so.
Good.
Right, so then, sort of alongside that, you also find a pouch containing half a dozen masterfully cut and polished precious stones. I think I'm just going to say these are citrines, but they're of particularly high quality, which are worth 100 gold each.
What is a dozen again? I always forget.
What was that, sorry?
12.
Sorry, half a
12.
dozen. I said half.
A dozen is 12.
So it'll be
So
6.
half a dozen, 6.
Sorry, I should have just said 6. Apologies. Right, so then you see a couple of oddities. You notice a longbow. It looks to be of rather fine quality, quite noticeably better than anything that you've really seen. Like, just kind of like on your travels recently, like even when you're at the blacksmiths or like any vendor, this longbow does stand out to you as being quite impressive. And then, also, alongside of that, you also notice a staff, which appears to, like, the staff is like oak wood, but it seems to have the carving of a snake etched into it.
As he reaches forward for that, I'm going to smack his hand away. You can have the bow. It's too big for me.
Okay, so
This interests me.
So underneath all of that, you then see quite a lot of coins. So the coins total to 3,000 gold. 2,600 silver pieces.
Oh,
And 600 copper pieces. And then finally, at the very bottom, underneath all of that is just a single pearl. That has an almost unnaturally iridescent sheen to it. So, there you go. There's your stuff. Happy now. I hope
Can
so.
I pick up that pearl using Mage Hand?
Yeah.
Rather than touching it, just pull it close and just examine it.
I tried to swap the mage hand, but go through it.
Yeah, you can pick it up.
Do not just go touching foreign glowing objects.
I pick up the bow. Blaine, might be
Yes?
something useful for you. I'll throw the bow at him.
Okay.
I catch it.
Blaine, just to let you know, this is a +1 longbow.
Right.
Just so you know what to add to your character sheet.
Yep, thank you. Did you note down the staff and the pearl doom, or do I get those?
I just only made a note of them all, but go ahead.
I do want to identify that, but I don't have 10 minutes. So.
Okay, I'm just going to move this over here. I forgot to do so on stream. There we go. Right. Okay, so that's all of your stuff. Lendrosa kind of has come back, and he is really impatiently tapping his foot.
Kind of.
And he just
Oh,
goes,
Sonic
everything
the
into my bag
Hedgehog.
that I can.
Let's go.
"Are you quite done?"
Near enough.
How's Grumsh still back with Liar?
What was that? Saying?
Well, knowing Grumsh, why is he still back with Liar? Why isn't he up there?
I think, to be honest, Grumph has just kind of been resting for the last few minutes. You would kind of think that you'd just be running forward and chomping at the bit for another battle, but I think... Actually, I want you to make a perception check, actually, Gwen.
Does she have any visible lead?
She does not. Right, okay, so you can tell that what's actually happening here is Lyra and Grump seem to be whispering to one another, and they're occasionally looking over towards Dalman. They don't notice you listening, considering how high you rolled. I'm just going to say that you were able to kind of glean this from an almost imperceptible glance. Do you choose to say anything to the pair? Or you just
Can
going
I
to
hear anything? Any words?
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to say that basically you hear Lyra say something along the lines of, yes, I know it's hard to believe, but it's really him. The Stormbringer lives. And Grumph just goes, I don't want to hurt little man, but if it comes to it, his will can't be allowed to carry on. And Lyra just puts her hand on Grumpsh's sort of like axe hand and just goes, let's not do anything that we don't need to do. I genuinely don't believe it's his fault, but keep an eye on him. I fret as to what was going to happen when we go into that room. That's basically the part of the conversation you hear, Gwen.
I'm very intently studying, I don't know, some speck of dirt or some of the dragon.
Yeah, as I say, because you rolled so high in your thingy, like, you basically have kind of just been... It's to them, it looks like you've been staring into space. So they're not really taking any notice of you. Okay, anything else, anyone?
Yeah, I'm just over here figuring how the fuck I can run away from this angry orc that's going to split me in half.
I mean,
You're not noticing him, but just me.
to be fair,
I know.
they are whispering amongst each other. It's not like before where Lyra was kind of speaking like at low volume. They are whispering to each other now. I think, like, not because they realized that you were listening to them last time, but I think it's just because, I mean, given the display you saw earlier, yeah, they are shaken up about that. This has just been the first time opportunity they've had to really discuss it. Okay, anything else for anyone else?
Nope.
I say.
I mean, it's been how
ready to
long
move on.
since that? 20 minutes?
Since what, sorry?
Since the last display of...
Probably something like that, yeah. But I mean, that did almost end with Lyra potentially getting murdered, so probably is still processing that. Okay, if you guys haven't got anything else, Langdroso is going to continue walking forwards.
I would say that generally I split everything between me and Delamain just so it's easy to carry.
Yeah, so I'm going to say that you guys probably take like another minute to do that, and okay, I finally get to reveal this scene. There we go.
Yay!
So, Langdrosa walks forward, and he looks down over here. So, Arthur and everyone else, as you guys get to this room, you see Rama over here. Just kind of, it looks like he's just finished killing this Drake in front of him here. You see various dead drakes on the ground. You obviously see the various Kareen, which I haven't to move them so far forward. Just move them back. Just rearrange that side. There we go. Okay, so you see various Kareen, and at the moment, Rama, I did it again. I'm not even in character yet. Rama has his back to you, and he actually speaks as he hears sound coming in. So he just says, "Ah, Lady Mondaf, finally gathered your nerve to face me. Tell me, did you expect anything less?"
Can I see how, like, I'm guessing we're seeing how he killed, but is there anything I can see about how all of them died? Like,
How all of them died.
the drakes.
Yeah, I know what you're referring
Bodies.
to. Yeah, medicine check. I suppose it's kind of mixed between perception, medicine, but cause of death. Yeah.
Doesn't matter, same modifier.
Same modifier. Okay. Roll it up then.
Yeah, I know shit all.
That is unfortunate, but in this case, yes, you do indeed know Kakol.
I mean, it's a distance.
Um,
Hard to eyeball.
the bloody messes on
40
the
feet.
The bloody messes on the floor. Whatever happened to them wasn't pleasant, but beyond that, you can't discern an accurate cause of death. So,
I probably can't even tell if they're dead or half
it's
alive.
just, it's kind of like that state where like the body is twitching, so you're not sure. So, as I say, Rama's just said that out loud to the room. Does anyone respond to him, or are you just going to wait for him to turn around?
I've heard Mondaf speak, right? She was, she was talking during the battle.
Oh yeah, you've heard Mondaf speak. You were captured, she didn't really talk to you, Diwali, but you have heard her speak before.
All right, I want to cast Minor Illusion and do the sound effect and make my voice sound like hers.
Okay, go ahead.
And say, what's going on here?
Rama just goes.
My save is 12. If you try and overcome it.
Right. Okay. I think he is going to try. I don't think he has any. Yeah, he doesn't have anything for this, so it's just going to be a flat D20. Okay. So yeah, he doesn't. At this moment, he doesn't realize that it's actually thingy. Yeah. The orcs are just going to go look back and just kind of. They kind of look confused why such an effeminate sound is coming from this rather effeminate-looking gnome, but they don't decide to say anything for a moment, and Rama in response just goes, "Isn't it obvious? I'm betraying you. Our alliance could have lasted a bit longer, but, well, you know as well as I do, Ralph Morden is not patient." At this moment, the other Korean are kind of like looking over here. So I haven't pointed this out yet, but these three objects here are most likely the dragon eggs that you've been seeking, and they look like they're just about to start moving them. Does anyone say anything else? Because at the moment, Rama's just kind of, well, monologuing, for want of a better word.
Is he still looking away from us?
Yeah, for the moment, but you get the impression he's probably going to turn around very soon.
I was still in Mandath's voice. I want to go. What are you doing with my eggs?
Yeah, that comment is going to cause him to turn around and just, your eggs! Oh. nice parlor trick.
Does he still have the head?
Does
Landrosa still hold her head?
Yeah, he did pick it up from earlier. He didn't have to toss it again, so yeah, he's still holding that currently. And
Hold it!
yeah,
Like whisper shouting at him.
yeah, I don't even think you really need to instruct Landrosa to do so. He throws it down at Rama's feet, and Rama just looks down at it for a moment and just goes, well, that is a bit unfortunate. He proceeds to kick the head away. It looks like I'll have to find another scapegoat to place the blame of this incident on. We're not quite done with the Cult of the Dragon just yet. It would be more convenient to keep our alliance intact for a little while longer. I didn't expect it to survive the day, but I didn't expect it to die by your hand, so you've earned my respect, as well as my annoyance. Kind of is just looking up at you guys. He's kind of expecting you to perhaps answer him in some way before he continues talking.
What is your plan with these eggs? I'll drop the
Yeah, he's... Yes, well... Actually, we have a rather interesting situation here. You see, I need 2 of these 3 eggs. One of them I need for my own personal pursuits. The other, looking up towards the orcs actually, is a sort of compensation towards Rath Morden. Considering that the cult have been allowed to trespass on this land, and you haven't done a particularly good job of keeping them away. Yes, I know who Rath Morden is, and he is very displeased with you. As a matter of fact, if I don't get these eggs to him for any reason, he'll be here within the week to torch this whole canyon down to the ground. And he'll pick you out from your caves and eat you for light entertainment. So, I have a
You
plan.
said he wants 1 egg? And now you say you need to give him eggs?
Do I recognize the
Can you
name?
count?
Mama looks over towards Gwen and just says, well, ideally I want to bring him 2. But he would be content with 1. I make that minor miscalculation because I have a proposition for you. Let me walk away now with 2 of the eggs. I will leave the 3rd for you. I notice the scholar is no longer with you. He won't know the difference. You'll be heroes all the same. And we can all walk away happy. So...
At that point, I would walk forward. I won't be walking away from here happy. Whilst you get to walk away.
Oh, I've been looking forward to this, Greymane. So, Landrosa is actually going to pipe in now, and he's just going to, like, kind of in solidarity with Arthur, he's just going to say, I know this lizard. He is gutless and preys upon those who can't give him a fair fight. When we sparred during his initiation, I beat him effortlessly. Looking over to Rama, he says, you were a fool to give me enhancements that could be later used against you. Fight me with honor. No interference. The winner walks away with everything. Rama looks, in response to Langdrosa's boastful claim, he just goes, "Are you kidding me? You let him live? A failure of a warrior, a failure as a leader, and now, apparently, a failed experiment too. Seeing as none of you are dead." Then,
I wouldn't call it a failed experiment.
so
A
Langdrosa...
lot of dead bodies.
Sorry,
I
go on.
call it a failure of leadership.
Rama, you know what? For persuasion, I want to see if you can get Rama tilted.
Um,
I'm gonna have him roll insight against you. Right, so Rama initially keeps a straight face, kind of like trying to maintain his mocking smile, but you can see, Gwen, that those words did cut him slightly. It seems that things bother him when not all goes according to plan. Taking advantage of Rama's slight hesitation, Langdrosa continues his tirade and says, "So you admit it then, Lizard? You admit that you did this to me, and you have the nerve to laugh in my face?" And then Rama just goes, kind of still looking towards Gwen, somewhat disdainfully, but kind of takes a deep breath and recomposes himself, looking towards Langdrosa and says, "Ha! I have left a far more impressive men than you, such as those I slaughtered and captured after my victory at Garin Hill," looking towards Arthur, a knowing grin forming across his face. Langdrosa goes, "Well, that means nothing to me." Rama replies, "Ah, but you see, it means everything to him," pointing towards Arthur. "A promising career, 3 years in the making, cut short by war. Soon after Garin Hill, he became a prisoner as events continued to unfold. But then by chance, he was freed at the turn of the tide, only to be there the moment his country was burned alive." Oh, Greymane, you have
Gunsling.
no idea how long I've waited to say that to you. If you want to come at me, do so. Let me walk away. Do so. Either way, it would not end well for you. Either way, I have won.
You don't get to win. Not now, not ever. I'd like to step forward. I'm going to slide down.
So
this
just
embankment.
yeah. So as you do that, Rama just says under his breath, "Fool," and then he shouts up, "Larry!" And at first you have no idea who he is talking to, but then you notice one of the stalagmites or stalactites, whichever, it's the one that's on the floor, an eye seems to pop up on it. And you just, like, the orcs notice this immediately, the other guy, you might not be aware of it straight away, and then you just hear a voice that goes, "Feeding time." Yes, Larry, it's feeding time. Keep the others busy, whilst I settle this old conflict. With that, Langdrosa is also going to slide down the embankment to be side by side with you, Arthur, and he's just going to say, "Fight the others if you want to, but he is mine."
He's not just yours.
Okay, so I just want to double check.
Are you guys going to be okay to go for combat? This might take a while, just to warn you. It is
It's-
10,
it's-
it is
I
10
don't
to
need
9
to
now.
walk.
So
I
just
don't need to walk the dogs tonight, so I'm technically free for a little longer.
is how long's a little longer?
Until I fall asleep sitting here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just checking because. Yeah, okay. Because once I start the combat, I will be wanting to see if we see
I say max an hour for me. But,
max an hour. Okay, up to you guys. I'll do my best to get this over and done with in an hour. But it's your call. If you want to carry on, I'll do my best.
Yes.
Everyone else?
Carry on.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
Right,
Sure.
so with that, I am going to roll initiative. So let's just make sure that I've got everybody here. Let's roll the turn order. Let's put it into here. Okay. There is the turn order.
So far down. Fuck.
Before this happened, I wanted to eye the dragon eggs. Can I assume that these are way more than £10?
For specific, you know what? Intelligence check with advantage. Once again, dragon law. Right, okay, so looking at the eggs, I'm going to say that you've read up enough on dragon eggs to kind of know their average proportions. The height, you can tell from a cursive glance, looks about right. They're about 3 feet tall, and yeah, they're about 150 pounds.
Yeah, I
They're
thought
not
it
light.
wasn't going to be that easy.
Yeah, they're not light. You can actually tell that there's 3 green grunts around just one of them. So yeah, you can probably assume just from that why they're kind of grouped together like that. They're probably going to try and move the egg first. That's the information I'll give to you for the check.
That's fine.
Okay.
Didn't think it'd be as easy as a mage hand.
Yeah, I'm going to probably say that combat begins now. I was going to let one of you have like a free action. Okay, so it is Zark's turn first.
I can take his turn, but I don't have control of him.
I can... Hang on, one moment. I can give you like control of his token. Actually, I'll just give all players control of his token. There you go. Yeah, everyone should be able to control that now.
Nope. Yeah. Never mind.
It might just have taken a second for the
Yep.
permissions to update.
All right. Well, if we're getting into a fight, we all know him. We all know what he does. Guess he'll rage. I think he's got one left.
I think you used in the last fight, didn't you?
You
If I
did.
remember right.
There's
You know
one
it's-
still unchecked
Yeah,
on
but
here. or if
I'm
you've
guessing
used
that
it.
Doom wasn't able to check it off because he doesn't actually
No,
have
it will let me.
Oh
control of
yeah.
the sheet.
Sad times.
Damn it. All right.
It is unfortunate, yeah.
Zark tries to rage
Zark remembers that he's just pooped at this point.
and realizes he can't and gets extra mad.
All right. I guess I'm gonna just make him run and slide down the thing to here and go attack Big Boy.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm going to say because you slowed down at that is a difficult train. Okay. Actually, actually, yeah, I'm just going to let you do that. Okay. Make your roll to hit Rama then. Is that your roll to hit? Okay, starting off well.
Yeah. 24 to hit.
So Rama presumably completely blindsided by having 2 of his most bitter rivals in front of him, is a little bit blindsided by Zark's attack, who kind of just comes in at his side and swings in with his great axe. The thing is, though, as that happens, like, Rama is clearly taking damage from it, but the way he looks down at Zark kind of implies that the pain from the attack is more of an annoyance to him than a legitimate concern. Okay, anything else for Zach?
Don't think so.
Okay. So in that case, it's Rama's turn. So Rama just looks over towards Zark and just says with his interaction, I see you're having some trouble getting into the fight. I believe you meant to do this. And with that, with his bonus action, Rama rages. And now, he is going to take his great axe, and he is going to reciprocate Zach's attack. Just going to do both his rolls.
Well, one misses.
Okay, the other unfortunately does hit you though, so that is going to be right. So it's +2 because of his rage for the damage, so that is going to be 13 damage towards Zach. Okay, so yeah, considering that Zach hadn't really sort of kind of expected another hard fight, yeah, Rama's ferocity has caught him somewhat off guard. So, with that, Rama does nothing else for now. And with that, it's the turn of one of these Korean here. Let's go ahead and grab him. So, which one did I say that was? M7. Okay, so that is this one. Okay, so this Korean here is going to see Zach attacking Rama, and he is going to move around 10 feet, and he is actually going to do something which I don't believe I've seen these guys do before. So let me just grab and shoot here. Okay, let me just see how I phrase this. Right, okay, so the Green Bloodletter comes up to Zach, and he just sort of like lurches his hand forward, trying to grab Zach's neck. Make an opposed strength check. Not strength change. Save strength check. So I believe that'll be +5 for Zach. Because I think he has a 20 in... Does he have a 20 in strength?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for Zach. Okay, unfortunately for you, yeah, this guy is pretty strong as well. So he manages to get Zach by the neck, and bafflingly manages to lift him a little bit off the ground. With that, the Korean Bloodletter just grins, and now he is going to use his ground slam attack. So when he does these melee attacks, basically the way I've done these is that because you're kind of in a grapple position, there isn't really a means for you to avoid it, but you can roll a dexterity, or sorry, a con saving throw to try and mitigate some of the damage. So
Is Zach grappled?
he is.
Would it take an action to grapple?
Yeah, that is one of his actions. Yeah, okay, so in that case, I didn't actually write that into the rule, but that's a fair point. So, yeah, he's just going to use his action this turn to grapple Zach. So, Zach will have the opportunity to re-roll the opposed strength check on his next turn to break the grapple before this guy can do anything. Okay, so with that, let's just move on. So it's now Blaine's turn.
How can I try and hit the green
Which
with my
one?
new bow? The one that grappled.
The one that's grappling Zach, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and make your roll to hit, sir. Unfortunately, even with that shiny plus new, plus shiny new plus
Plus
one,
new. Yep.
yes,
Yep. Yep.
it's same difference, right? But unfortunately, it misses. The Green Bloodlust's attention is firmly fixed on Zark. It looks like he's about to enjoy himself quite a lot.
Alright.
Okay,
I'm gonna keep Max back, so I'll add my turn.
fair enough. It's now the turn of the other Korean bloodletter, so the one standing up on the ridge. Right, okay, so he is going to just move forward towards the orcs here, and he's going to try and start picking them off if he can. So, with that, let me just set the individual help. There we go. And he is going to make a couple of it. Has he got multi-attack? I think I actually, yeah. So he's actually, the Korean Ballists actually have a battle axe. So they do one attack with their battle axe, and then they do another with their clawed hand. So, first attack. That will not hit, unfortunately for this dude. And now he's going to attempt to swing in. That should actually be +8, I think, with his... Wait, no, that's fine, +2. Okay, so, yeah, second one hits. He's attacking the one directly in front of him, so his claw attack is going to do that. So yeah, he does 8 damage to the orc. So like the orc manages to dodge out the way, but it doesn't really account for the fact that his claw is also a weapon and gets slashed across the chest with that. And unfortunately, that orc looks to be in fairly bad shape. Okay, it's now Lia's turn. So Lia, seeing her comrades get her leather, is probably going to try and somewhat push the offensive. She is probably going to make a couple of attacks herself. Someone just... be right back for Sky. Okay. So yeah, she's going to make a couple of attacks with her claws. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's Leosin. Great luck. Okay, unfortunately for Lia, yeah, neither of those attacks hit. The Bloodletter just somehow manages to step out the way. Not really sure how. He's not exactly a small target. But regardless, it's now Gwen's turn.
Would like to move up to the edge.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry,
It's
all
okay,
the way
it's
on
okay.
the stream. We'd like to use Reduce Flame and try to throw the flame at the Korean that's holding Zark.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, I have to look up the numbers.
It's alright. It's alright.
Yeah, maybe I'm straying past him.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're completely correct. It just sort of, it kind of goes over Zark's shoulder, kind of into the space there, but yeah, the flames just unfortunately fly past the intended target. Anything else for you, Gwen?
I end my turn.
Okay, it is now the turn of Lingdrosa. So, Lingdrosa, quite true to his word, is going to... I think what he's actually going to do to start, he is going to... Actually, with that would hit Zark, wouldn't it? So, I think what he's going to do, he's going to take a slight step to the side, just so he's going to just, like, catch... Varma on the side of this. He's going to use his lightning breath, which has obviously recharged since the last time he used it. So, Varma now needs to make a dexterity saving throw, which I don't believe I made him proficient in. Nope, I did not. So, he needs to be a DC 13. He succeeds, unfortunately. And yeah, he is going to take it's 5 minutes. So, Rama is going to take half of that. So, I do. So yeah, I'll round that up to 11. So, as Langdrosa does this, he kind of at first he seems fine, but then once again, quite like when you were fighting him, that action seems to have hurt him a bit. He kind of just goes and kind of like sort of like the fringes of his mouth seem like they've been burned a little bit. It seems that without his enhancements, his body isn't able to handle his the stronger version of his lightning breath as well, and that causes him to take 3 electric damage. Okay, so that
Random question: does he have a resistance to his own damage?
not this damage,
Damn.
unfortunately.
Worth trying.
It's kind of I mean, considering the state his body's in right now, things aren't working quite as they may normally would do. That's kind of like my in-universe logic for it.
That's very fair.
Okay, so in that case, it's now Arthur's turn. He gets to do something.
I'm just going to run straight in with Robert following in tow, and both going to make attacks against Rama.
Go ahead. Hits.
This is magical. Just one weapon.
I don't know if it is.
One of my infusions.
Oh, right. Okay, so I mean that is going to hit anyway. Does the infusion also affect damage, or does it just affect to hit?
Yeah, it'd make it magical.
Oh, but, yeah, so the damage would be regular, but I meant, does the actual mace, like, does the infusion kind of give the weapon extra damage on top of it being magical as well? I was asking.
Oh, anything that's already been worked out.
Yeah, okay, so it is 8 damage to him, although I know that normally it would be halved because of his rage, so he's just taking 8 damage straight up.
Okie dokie, and I was trying to remind myself of what my thing is for this. So Robert's running, and I need to try and rend him. 18?
18, let me just double check. Misa Pisa.
Yes. As you already know the barrier to fight to. That'd just be regular damage.
Yeah, because that's not magical. Unfortunately. Probably think it should be, but no. It's not a magical boy just yet. Okay.
No, actually, it's force damage. Sorry.
Oh, right. Oh, right. Okay, so... Yep, he is not resistant to force, so let me just do that. So, yeah. Rama takes a couple more hits from Arthur and Robert. Although, yeah, his glee isn't quite like Lindrosa's when he was in his maddened state, but you get the feeling this is exactly what he wants.
My character will be too angry to really notice.
That you could be giving him a tactical advantage. Fair enough. Okay,
yes.
It is now Delman's turn.
Okay. I want to cast Fog Cloud.
Okay.
Which is... Let me reach out. I think it's a 20-foot radius. Oh, it's a 20-foot sphere.
Let's give it satisfying. Let's draw a circle in and throw it around.
So you're kind of placing a fog cloud over this area?
No, I was just drawing it out and it just
right,
went
sorry.
there. I want to put it over the top of that guy.
Fair enough.
And so now the other Kareem behind it can't see through it.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's fine.
So within that is obscured, heavily obscured.
So basically, no one can see inside it. No one can see through it. Basically.
Nope.
Okay. Nova effects, just to.
Heavily obscured. I believe if you make any attacks while in it, you have disadvantage.
Fair enough.
So you got to get out of it. And that's my turn for now.
Okay, very good. So now it is the turn of Daisy. So
Spiritualist.
yeah, funnily enough, is actually this guy who just put the fog cloud on. So he is probably just going to take a step forward to get out of that. And let me just see if he's in range for this. He isn't quite. So he is going to move. Yeah, he's aware of the danger he's putting himself in, but he's kind of banking on Andros being more transfixed on rather than it is on him. And he, yep, should be able to get them. So let me just check he's actually got this. He is going to cast Entangle. So you need to be a DC 12. Is it DC 12 strength save for this? I just need to. Yeah, DC 12 strength save or spell save even.
Is this one of the kind of spells that's affected by casting it within 5 feet of someone?
No.
No? Okay.
So it's, yeah, against the spell save DC. So yeah, beat. Everyone needs to beat a 12 in there.
Everyone in where?
I'll just mark the area now. Sorry. So it's a 20-foot cube, isn't it, for entangle?
Yes.
So I think essentially he is going to do a little bit of friendly fire here. So that's 10. Should it go up to? Just because I don't really use this spell. Go up to about here, should it?
I know you've got it right.
I've got it right. Okay, awesome. Right, okay. So everyone in that area needs
It
to.
could go down another 5 feet, but
It could go down another 5 feet. Okay, let me just. So yeah, about that.
No one's sitting yet.
more or less, yeah.
It's a concentration spell though, so it only lasts as long as he keeps.
Yeah, as long as he keeps up. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Okay, so each of these guys needs to be spell save. So let me just roll for each of them. So I'm just gonna do 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so it's 5 rolls. It's just 1. So that was for Liar. Now I'll do the 3 orcs. 1, 2, 3. I was going left to right, so one of them does fail. And then Grumsh. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna say, unfortunately for Grumsh, he does actually drop his great axe on the floor as the vines start sort of entangling him, and the vines are covering it, so he's going to have a bit of a struggle retrieving that. Okay, that is going to be the spiritualist's turn for the time being. It is now going to be the turn of the 3 orcs. So one of them is actually okay. Sorry, one of them is affected by it, so the other 2 don't need to break out, so only one of them needs to do his strength save. Oh, needs to get right. So close the orc tab by accident. Let's check they have a. No, they don't actually have a. What's the strength save? That's unfortunate for them. So let's just roll left to right for their saves.
Only
Okay,
one.
yeah. Oh yeah, only 1. So yeah, this guy breaks out of it. So the 3 orcs are free of the entangle. So I think all 3 of them are going to. Let me see. Do they actually have any ranged
It's still difficult terrain.
It's still difficult terrain, but they are able to move sort of out of it this turn. Only one of them actually was potentially going to be hindered by it. So let's just see. So yeah, they're just going to move out towards here. So if that's 15 foot, that's his movement. So 15 foot, it's his movement, and then this guy is probably just going to. Yeah, he can't quite. Actually, I think what he's going to do, he's going to move out the area. He's probably going to slide down into the action since he'll probably get his tangle going the other way. Okay, I'm sorry, go on.
By the way, did you roll safe for the attacker? The green bloodletter?
Actually, I didn't. I did forget about him. Let me just do his
That one,
roll as
that
well.
one, that
He
one,
needs to
that
do
one,
it
that
as well.
that-
Oh yeah,
that
I
one.
know. I just forgot to roll it. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, he failed. So yeah, he will be restrained. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so yeah, the 3 orcs aren't really going to do much else this turn. So now it's the turn of the other spiritualist. Daisy, would I him?
Can I make a quick interjection?
Of course. Why is it?
I misread the spell. It's not 20-foot diameter. It's 20-foot radius. So the circle should be the big one I put. If you're cool with me changing that.
I mean, yeah, just make the adjustments on it now.
Okay, there you go. Let's delete the smaller one. So it's that big. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. So, okay, just looking up the spell. Right. Okay, so the Korean spiritualist, which is I keep going to the wrong tab, got too many time. Yeah, this one up here, he is probably going to keep his distance from the orcs. He's probably going to move a little bit further back, and he is going to use Thorn Whip on this one that already looks to be weakened. So that is going to be useful.
Is there any plant matter?
Thorn Whip is plant matter, did you say?
I think you need plant matter for it, and it's it's anchored in some.
Let me actually check to see where
It's just part of the component for the spell, so you could assume they'd have it.
Is it a component or does it need to be around? I mean, there's stairs. If they're wooden, they count.
The stem of a plant of thorns is the component for it. I'm looking at the spell at the moment.
I think it needs to have an anchor.
So you create a long vine whip covered in thorns that lashes out at your opponent towards a creature in range. Make a melee spell attack. Oh, melee spell attack. Although it's 30-foot range. Okay. If the attack hits, the creature takes 1d6 piercing damage. If the creature is larger or smaller, pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to you. It doesn't say anything about an anchor on the spell description.
In that case, I got it wrong. Sorry. I had in mind that you need to have something to anchor it to.
No, I mean, as I say, I'm just going off as the spell is written here, so I don't see anything to say that. I'm just like any creature who kind of has the spells prepared. Like these guys have the components on them. So, yeah, he did have one. What did he have again? So it was, so he hits. Oh, actually, did he hit? So I was a bit distracted. No,
Nope.
he didn't hit. Fair enough. In that case, all of that discussion was a bit redundant because he didn't even hit.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. To be fair, it was good to clarify it anyway. Okay, Grumsh's turn. Grumsh, unfortunately not doing so hot, needs to roll to see whether he can get out of his predicament. He succeeds, fortunately, but I'm going to say that considering that the vines are kind of obscuring his battle axe, he's going to have to spend his action to pick that up. So kind of seeing that the Korean Bullletter isn't really doing too well at the moment, he's going to take the opportunity to try and reposition a smidge. So I think he's actually going to try his hand with the big boy over here. Okay, so he unfortunately used his action to pick it up. He doesn't have his bonus action, so therefore it is now the turn of the Ropper, which is this guy here. So he is going to make. So he makes 4 attacks with his tendrils, uses Reel, and makes 1 attack with his bites. So he is going to make an attack against Grumsh, the 2 orcs. So let's get this here. Okay, so
Are you trying to kill Grumsh? Like
not-
having him run at an enemy when he can't do anything?
Well, I mean, to be fair, he needed to get out of the entangled area, and I mean, he isn't completely bright, as you established a few times. But to be fair, 14 doesn't actually hit him anyway. I did Grumsh and the 2 orcs. So, the 2 orcs do get entangled by sort of, so that's 1, that's 2. So then he is going to reel this one towards him and is going to make a bite attack. Okay, unfortunately for him, beats it. Yeah, he is. He unfortunately is very much dead. Grumsh, seeing that happen to his comrade, is now probably, as you quite right pointed out, Gwen, regretting his decision to get nearer to it. Okay, and with that, it's now Zach's turn. At the top of the turn order, this thing is going to comment out loud, "Ugh, I wanted fish." That's all he says for now. It's Zach's turn.
I guess he's going to try and escape the grapple.
Delman? Oh, sorry, Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do the opposed strength check.
Roll a 1.
Yeah,
one.
unfortunately, yeah, he is. His grip is still quite tight on Zach. I don't think Zach can really do anything else, can he?
Oh, you can still attack while grappled, right?
Actually, I believe you can. It's just that your speed is 0. So yeah, you can make an attack if you like. Probably going to say it. Yeah, I'm just going to let you make the attack.
You humour me.
I do not believe that hits. Actually, no, Misa beats it.
Woohoo! It already rolled the damage, unless you want to re-roll that.
No, it's quite alright.
Okay.
So
No, it's
yeah.
not.
So yeah, kind of goes hitting into him. And, yeah, he takes a little bit of damage. Unfortunately, that isn't enough to get him to loosen his grip on you. Although you do kind of feel the arm twitch as he does so. So you kind of do get the impression that it might be possible to release his grip that way. But yeah, not so much at this current moment in time. Okay, so with that, it's now Rama's turn. Rama is going to actually do... So he is going to go for, as his bonus action, he's going to look towards Arthur actually, and he is going to attempt to use an attack called Ravenous Jaws against you. Okay, that hits, doesn't it?
Robert will use his reaction to pose disadvantage.
Is that something Robert can do? No?
Yeah, he's always been able to do it.
Ah, right.
Yeah, deflect attack.
Oh yeah, you used it in that last fight. So, yep, there we go.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that does still hit you. Okay, so with that, he is going to be able to get this damage through. So he does 7 damage to you, Arthur. Beg your pardon. So button, there we go. Right, in addition to that, as Rama kind of bites in, you can kind of feel sort of that he kind of like sucks a little bit of your blood And yeah, you can kind of see that he looks quite revitalized by that. It's kind of like when the Queen used a similar attack back at Greenest, but yeah, you can tell that that did refresh him a little bit. So I'm just gonna do that for him. Okay, so now with his other attack, quite like his Bloodletter friend, he is also going to try and go for a neck grab on you, Arthur. So roll an opposed strength check.
Oop.
Fortunately,
Okay.
Rama gets you in a grapple as well, and he looks quite happy with himself for that. Okay, it's now the turn of the Queen Bloodletter, who is got Zark. So he is going to, let me just see how best I can do this. So it'll be, so basically at the cost of moving with his, beg your pardon, see how. Right, so the Queen Bloodletter, kind of like as Zark is being lifted, he starts to run with Zark, and he keeps picking up speed. And basically what he's trying to do, he's trying to slam Zark into this wall here. Zark, make a con save. Okay, that is a good con save, fortunately. So, let's see, so 20 foot does... Okay. Just gonna mess up. So, Zark takes half of that. I'm also going to say that after this attack completes, Zark is released from the grapple for now. Okay, so let's just go. Right, okay, so now it's Blaine's turn once again.
I'm gonna try to hit Kareen again. Nope.
Unfortunately, that does not hit either.
I can send Max down and try to attack him.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oops.
Right, 19 will hit. And I assume you're attacking, oh sorry, this one here.
The Korean.
Yep, okay, so, yeah. As he's kind of reveling over slamming Zark into a wall, you do manage to catch him very slightly off guard and give him a little bite. Which, yeah, does seem to be somewhat of a source of irritation to him.
I think you whispered it again, by the way.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, right, sorry.
Don't know why that's doing that.
Yeah, so it was
I just
19,
didn't know how to.
19 to hit, 5 piercing. But, there we go. Anything else, Blaine?
Nope. I had my turn.
Okay, turn of the other Bloodletter. He needs to escape first of all, or at the very least try to, fails. Okay, he's not going to be doing anything this turn. So now it is Lia's turn. Lia was not entangled, therefore she can move out. However, she does have disadvantage. It's not a disadvantage. Can't think of
Restraint.
difficult terrain. Thank you. Yeah, she's just going to move out like that, and she's actually just going to repeat Gwen's sentiment from earlier and just say, "What, darling? What are you doing? Get away from that thing!" Okay, and with that, she is also going to. Let's see what she can do here. I think she's actually going to take this opportunity to cast Warding Bond on Grumsh. Like they have they have a couple of rings that they can use in order to do so. So basically Grumsh gains +1 to AC and he receives resistances to all damage types. However, whenever he takes damage, so does fire. So that's in effect now. Let me just mark that. Oh, both of them. Oops. Okay, so that'll be Elias' turn. It is now Gwen's turn.
Going for the same thing as last turn.
Unfortunately, that misses, but only just.
Oh, it's going for the blood letter.
For the blood letter, yeah, it's one off, unfortunately.
Ending my turn. Oh wait, yeah, that's one of the friendly orcs next to me, right?
Yeah, I mean. Okay, so Langdrosa, kind of seeing that for the moment that this guy's only managed to restrain one of his own, isn't really that bothered with him. Although he is going to try and assist Arthur to get out of Ram's grip, so he is going to go behind him, and he is going to make a couple of attacks with his greatsword. Okay, first one hits. Ooh, and hits for 16. Unfortunately, that is halved. But yeah, I'm actually going to say, what did I hit? Yeah, so yeah, that hit he got on him was enough to get Rama to loosen his grip on Arthur, so you are no longer grappled. Okay, and Langdrosa is just going to say to Rama, "Don't forget about me, you worthless lizard!" And with that, it is now actually Arthur's turn.
Butterfingers. Kind of swinging at him. Come on, hit well, hit well, hit well, hit well, hit well.
Unfortunately, that misses just.
Fuck. I should have quoted. Rabbit's Rend, Lisa hits.
It does hit.
3 force damage.
That is definitely damage you did to him. Congratulations.
Let's see. I just had my turn there.
Okay, very good. Okay, it is now Delman's turn.
Okay. I want to take the spellcaster down.
Which one specifically are you talking about? Him?
Yeah.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
want to fire a shot off at him with Ray of Frost.
Oh, nice crit. Okay, make your roll. Okay, and oh yeah, so it does the crit.
Oh.
That,
Hooray!
I mean,
Extra 1.
that is definitely a thing you did. Okay, so that is going to.
And his speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Okay, so there we go. Just gonna check something.
Yes, that does mean he also dies.
He does not. He does not auto dive, but DC is equals to 10 or half the damage you take. Okay, so I'm going to actually have him roll a concentration check to see whether he drops in Tangle. So he needs to beat a 10.
No, he needs to fail.
Oh, I don't.
Um,
Okay, I don't know why I did that. That's not right. Let me just.
How? What?
I don't know what happened. It for some reason. But
Wow.
It's a D. That's not a D20 though. That's 40.
How can you get a
I
34 and a
don't know.
20?
I don't know. But
He's cheating.
did I actually just roll one dice? I'm just gonna double check that before.
I can't. Won't give me a breakdown when I hover over it.
I can't hover. What's going on here? I'm just going to close my page for a moment to reopen it just in case roll 20's derped. I don't want to do inaccurate rolls. Sorry, just be one.
One moment.
Just get focus back on the action. Right, let's try that again. So, yeah, it's still doing it.
You must have something selected. There. Currently on the character sheet screen. Yeah, it's still got something selected though.
Yeah, I can re-roll it from like my recent dice rollers. Why isn't it showing the breakdown?
Actually, that might be because it's coming from on site, whereas off site is showing the breakdown, possibly.
I'm not sure. I think that's a regular D20 though that I just rolled.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
it is.
It was showing breakdown when I was rolling.
You had a something to add to it, though.
Actually, I think.
Yeah.
I see what I did. Along the top where you've got the advanced die roll, there's like gem and then there's like brackets, 1 exclamation mark and 2. So I think that's doing the regular roll, but it's not showing me the breakdown still. But yeah. Anyway, sorry to kind of keep going off on a tangent. I think I'll take his. I mean, I can take the 7 roll. I've rolled that a few times, so yeah, I'm going to say that. Actually, no, he just passed it. I'll take the latest roll just to avoid confusing things more. Okay, so it is now. Do you do anything else actually? Sorry, Dolman.
No.
Okay, it is now the turn of this guy down here. So, he, I believe, is just going to He's going to decide where to have him move. So I think he is just going to move to about here, and he is going to try and fawn whip Liar from up there. So that will be 20 plus 4 hits.
Has that done it again?
Oh, is it done it? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Not sure, it's because it's still got the exclamation mark for some reason.
Okay, there we go. Okay. It's it's sorry. It's gonna hit for D6, so Valaya takes 5, so the fawn just sort of like, unfortunately Warden Bond doesn't work the other way, she still takes damage as normal. Okay, so that's going to be it for him. It's now the turn of the orcs. So I think only one of them.
Two.
Two of them got entangled, didn't they? So.
Oh wait, no. They all got freed.
Not entangled.
Yeah.
Like caught by this guy's tentacle.
Oh yeah, only
Yeah.
the top two. The one by me was away.
Yeah. So like this guy got away. Like the only one who's still actually entangled is this guy in here. I was referring to this guy's like grapple attack, but that didn't.
Oh, grappled only the one guy that's.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I was just double checking that I hadn't done anything wrong there. So, this orc is probably rather foolishly, but more just to try and draw attention away from his leader, is going to move alongside this guy, and he is going to attempt to make a axe attack. For some reason, this page keeps closing. I'm not having a good night. Apologies. Okay. Oh, yeah, he just about manages to get a hit in on this guy. For
What?
1d12. What was that, sorry?
Just about.
Just
What?
about, yeah. Yeah, this guy's tough. Okay, so he takes some damage, and yeah, so it's like this thing doesn't really register pain, and he just kind of like grumbles something unintelligible under his breath. So that is now the turn of the other guy. He is going to just try and repeat the attack that he did last time on the nearest orc, just because he wants to keep as far away as possible. Meets and beats it.
Wait,
Wait, what? Sorry.
doesn't the orc by me have a turn? Is he not in?
Yes, he does. I kind of just forgot about him because he was down here. Okay. Apologies. So he is going to. So yeah, he can make it to this guy. And he is going to get an attack. Chits. 13. So yeah. Kind of getting in between this fight with the Bloodletter and Zark, the orc manages to come in, swing down his axe, and yeah, does a nice little bit of damage to this guy here. So he is starting to get a little bit worn down now, I believe. Okay, so now it's Grumpsh's turn. Grumpsh, taking the advice of his wife, for a change, decides to move back from this creature. For the time being, he is going to go down and try and deal with the spellcaster. So Grumpsh is going to make a couple of attacks. Okay, does he actually whiff both of those? Actually, no, Misa beats on the second one, fortunately for him. So then he is going to do that. Plus that. So that is going to be, yeah, probably enough damage to kill this guy outright, I would imagine. Yeah, so Grumpsh comes down and just kind of sees that this spiritualist is doing some sort of funky voodoo that he do-hoo, and he is kind of just cleaved in twain as Grumpsh slides down the hill, which, well, kills him. There you go.
Right, it's one down, guys.
Hey.
Hey.
Woohoo.
That should also kill the entangle.
It does kill the entangle. You're right. I was just about to do that part, but I was just updating the health there, sorry. Okay, so let me just check that it's two.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Okay, it's now this guy's turn again. So, he is going to... Yeah, to be fair, this creature actually isn't too picky about who he targets. He just wants food. So he is actually going to use his tendrils against these 3 guys. So let's and actually, what is the range? Oh, that is quite range, but it's got plenty of snacks for the time being. Okay, tendril. So kind of going left to right. We'll grapple him, misses him. So then I think, seeing that this guy has more meat on his bones, he is going to reel him in for a bite attack. Just double check. So, yeah, it just reels it to him. Okay, so Robert is going to make bite attack. Okay, yeah, that's gonna hit. Then he is going to get an extra damage dice from the crit. Wow, okay. So, yeah, this guy, Rob takes a significant bite out of the Korean Bloodletter's arm. That hurt it a hell of a lot, actually. Okay, so that is going to be his turn. So now it's Izak's turn once again.
He was released from the grapple
was, yes.
after this last time, right? Alright, he's angry, he's going up and he's swinging. $12 not going to do it. No.
Unfortunately, no. That will not do it. Okay. Actually, I did forget to mention one thing, sorry, at the top of the turn order. So, these 3 guys over here they took a round to really get going, but they're kind of staying out of the battle, and they're actually using the fog to their advantage to move. Like, all 3 of them are basically going to move the egg beside them over to this.
Not that we can tell.
Nope, you can't tell that, but you as players know that they've moved up. Just to kind of point that out as something that is actually happening.
We can see. Can we hear anything?
You know what? Roll perception.
Just out of curiosity, like not.
No, it's reasonable. I mean, I'd say that. Yeah, actually, all of you roll perception, because I mean, it is a 150-pound egg they're moving. It's not as if they're being discreet.
Yeah, well, I can't hear shit.
Okay, so I'm going to say that everyone aside from Gwen, I mean, you can roll for Zark if you like, but at least 3 of you, you kind of just hear, like, so just like bickering, like just shrieks as, like, they kind of seem to be arguing a little bit as they're moving the egg. Like, they're not particularly well coordinated, so they are making a little bit of a spectacle. But I'm guessing in the case of Gwen, because she's kind of missed a couple of attacks, she's a bit tilted, so she's just kind of getting like laser focus and trying to hit something. The other 3 guys do notice that there is movement from the fog, but you can't tell precisely what it is. Actually, I would say that on the 22 for Blaine, you could probably just about make out the briefest silhouettes of things moving in the fog, but you're not precisely sure as to what. So that information is now available to you. Okay, does Zach do anything else with his turn?
No.
Okay. It is now Rama's turn once again. So he is just going to make another couple of great attacks. I think he's going to do, let me just check. Yeah, he's going to do one against Arthur, one against Lingdrosa. Kind of wanted to try and engage both of his targets if he can, so I'll do the one for Arthur first, and then Lingdrosa. Okay, that will not hit either of them, so Rama just looking a little bit frustrated that he can't quite get the hit on these guys, is going to just pass for now. Okay, turn of this guy here. He kind of having this guy sort of moving a strike at him, he just wants to try and thin the herd a little bit. Green Bullet is going to make an attack against the orc behind him. Actually, he's going to make one attack with his Alex, which will hit. I'll just roll its other attack to see if it gets in with its claw. Unfortunately, misses with its claw, or fortunately, depending on your point of view. Rolls minimum damage on the Balak, so he kind of just swings the Balak behind him, just kind of grazes the orc, although he sort of is taken a little bit aback by that attack. Okay, it's now Blaine's turn.
I'm gonna hit the Kareen again. Third time is a charm, is it?
It is. And that's good damage.
Nice.
That's very good damage, actually. Okay, so yeah, you get a hit out on him, and yeah, you can tell at this point, even from a cursory glance, that he is not looking fantastic, but is still in the fight for now. Do you do anything else?
I gonna let Rex attack.
Okay, go ahead. Same target, I assume, yeah? You whispered that again, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that.
Just roll d20 plus 4 of the advanced dice roller, just so... Like,
Yeah.
actually, I'm going to... Yeah, just so we can see the attack.
D20 plus 4, yeah.
Yep, hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
The... Yeah, D2?
It whispered that again. It was D4 plus 2.
Right.
I don't know why, for some reason it's whispering all of your rolls. So there we go. So yeah, you managed to get another fairly solid hit on the same.
It should be a D8, shouldn't it? D8
So
plus
does
2.
Oh,
D8 plus
yeah.
2 plus proficiency
No,
bonus.
yeah, you're right. Yep.
Okay. Didn't you say it was D8 plus 2 plus proficiency bonus, Doom?
Check it.
That's...
Yeah, you don't add your proficiency bonus to damage.
No, but specifically for his wolf's attack.
It's 1d8 plus 2 plus proficiency bonus slashing damage.
Maybe it's...
It's just spell attack modifier to hit, and then it's that for the damage.
Okay. Yeah, so that's it. So that damage is correct. That's basically all I want to establish.
Be an extra 2.
So it'll be... So it
11.
should be 11.
11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just to make sure I've got that right. Yeah, that bite attack from behind, he kind of... when Max takes a bite, it seems that blood starts gushing out of the wound. Manages to stem it a little bit, but he is very hurt. Okay.
I had my turn.
Indeed, it is now the turn of this guy. So with the thingy, I believe he needs to... So yeah, escape DC is 15, so he needs to see if he can get out of the range of upper.
It's 61. Tash's
Oh.
Cauldron, by the way, if you're looking elf.
Okay.
It actually says it in the PHB Ranger Beastmaster.
Okay, the Bloodletter rolled a 1 for its escape DC. I'm going to say that it's going to drop its weapon, so it's not even going to get the chance to... Actually, no, he can still attack with his claw, so he is going to try and do that against the Robber. No chance. Okay, fortunately, he ends his turn right there. Okay, Liar's turn. So, Liar is getting pretty... kind of is aware that she wants to divert her attention away from this guy. I think she is probably going to move down into the battle just to ensure that the Robber isn't going to try and do anything there, so just see how far she can get. Actually, I think she could get into striking range of armor there. So she's actually going to pile in on this now, and she is going to do an attack of her own with her claws against armor. Okay, second of those two hits. Okay, hits him for 7, which is halved. Okay. So, yeah, Light kind of comes sliding down the cliff and just slashes in at Rama, who, by the way, still looks quite happy in spite of the mountain gods going against him. So now it is Gwen's turn.
Surprise, surprise. Same thing as last round. What am I burning instead?
Oh god, you got a natural one. Okay. Going to say with the natural one, you catch who's near to him. Yeah. You catch how roll damage for producer?
I wasn't going for Rama. I was going for the green.
Oh, you're going for the green.
Green bloodletter. I've been going for him all around.
Yeah, I was just looking for a target near to him. Yeah, I was just going to say roll damage because I'll probably just transfer the damage to a random target. Okay, I'm just going to... So 1, 2, 3... I'll just roll a D... Yeah, roll a D4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Funnily enough, you actually managed to hit Rama instead. Just because he's vaguely nearby. So it wasn't what you intended to do, but you contributed. And that actually does 4 damage to him, so you look surprised that someone actually managed to... Actually, no. Yeah. Oh, no, sorry, 3 damage even. I was going to do 1 point for humiliation damage, but there we go.
Oh well, I'll take that.
Yeah, you know what? I'll let you have the humiliation damage for the 4. You were slightly caught off guard, so I'll give you a +1 to damage for that. Do you want to do anything else, Gwen?
I'd like to move back to the wall behind Blaine. So.
Of course.
You hit him, now you're running away.
The old hit and run tactic never fails.
Nah, just going towards the wall.
Okay, in that case, it is now the turn of Lingdrosa. Okay, Lingdrosa, I'm going to roll to see if his lightning breath recharges. It does not. Okay, so he is just going to continue his tirade against Rama. So 2 attacks. So one of them hits. That much. 14. There we go. Okay, so once again, he slashes Rama across the... Well, goes to try and slash him across the chest twice, but manages to catch Rama on the backswing of his second strike. Okay, so now it's Arthur's turn.
How badly is the one to my side looking? How badly damaged, I should say.
Sorry, which one are you speaking of? This one?
Yep.
Roll perception to see if you can ascertain his exact condition.
Nope.
You know what? Because I mentioned he was bleeding, you know that he's quite badly hurt, but you don't precisely know how much. Because I actually announced that, so that's something that you do know, but yeah, you don't glean any other piece of information with that check, unfortunately.
Gonna go straight back into Rammer then. Swing with my mace again.
Hits. And that is magical damage, isn't it? So
Yes.
goes for 8. Okay, very good. So now it's the turn of
Yep.
Talman. Oh,
Never mind.
sorry, we attacking Robert as well. Sorry, beg your pardon.
And he missed.
You got a natural 1.
No, I didn't.
You did get a natural 1. More damage.
Bots. Minimum damage, but fucking hell. Cool.
Yeah, I'm going to. I can't. Yeah, I'm going to say just because of general proximity, he does get Langdrosa with that.
Well, poop.
So
Why do I always roll max damage when that happens?
yeah. So as you do that, Langdrosa just goes, "Whose side are you on?" Kind of just exclaiming that out loud, and Rama gives off a light snicker in response to that comment. Oops,
That's the end.
that's-
Not even going to declare that with a response.
that is fair. Actually, sorry, it's now Delaman's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot the Korean. Try and bring him down.
This one here, yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that just misses.
Alright, cool.
Okay, anything else, Delman?
Nope.
Okay, turn of the orcs. So, first of all, I'm going to roll for this one up here to see whether he can escape. So he needs to beat 15. He actually manages to beat it. Awesome. So he has managed to get himself free of the. For some reason, it's not bringing up his thing. There we go. So he's managed to get free of the upper. So I think he is going to take this as an opportunity to. Then he isn't particularly intelligent. He's going to try and go for the caster. So I think he's going to move as far away as he reasonably can to try and use him as a meat shield if he gets hungry again. And he is going to just make an attack against the spiritualist. So, okay, yep, that hits him. For 7. So, yeah, he's been sitting pretty up until now, but unfortunately, the orc runs around behind the spiritualist and gets a nasty hit on his back. As the wound opens, I'm going to just say as an interaction, the Vopper kind of like lifts its head up and sniffs in the general direction of the spiritualist. The orc knew what he was doing. Okay, with that, it is actually now the turn of the spiritualist. So, I think given that he understands the gravity of his situation, he is going to try and run away as far as he can. So he is just going to go down here, and I think that's all he's going to do for his turn, just trying to get outside the Vopper's range. I did actually forget to move one of the orcs. Apologies, this one here, so I'll just have him make an attack now. I forget about him again, with him being down. Okay, so against the guy in front of him, that hits. And, yeah, max damage. So, this random orc actually manages to just, he kind of attacks the same wound again, and the blood but is not stymied this time, and it just keeps gushing and causes this guy to keel over. He is dead. Okay, so with that order fixed, it is now Gumsh's turn. So Grumsh is going to have seen, probably had this guy come down there, so he is going to move around to engage him. And he is going to make 2 attacks of his own. Okay, both hit, actually.
She was just dead.
It's probably dead, yeah, but I like rolling numbers. Yeah, you know what, I'm not even going to bother calculating exactly how dead he is. He is dead from that. Yeah, he only has like 20 odd health, so yeah, you could probably imagine that is a bit okay. Yeah, Grump's just kind of, I suppose just getting into the frenzy of battle, just, here's this guy comes on, he just kind of cleaves him up, so yeah, the other spiritualist is also dead. So, yeah, Kreen are not doing so hot right now. Okay, so it's now Ropper's turn. So the Ropper is going to, since he's already got a real target, he is just going to make an attack against the Bloodletter, considering that. So yeah, yep, 26 is gonna hit, and then, yeah. Yeah, so once again, another bite out of the Korean Bloodletter, and it hurts a lot. He's then going to try and reel the orc over here, just double check, I think his reach is quite extensive with those tendrils, I think it's like 50 feet. So yeah, he'll be able to grab him. Well, potentially grab him, so he's going to make a tendril attack. Let's see if he secures him. I think that just about. Yeah, unfortunately, the orc, despite its brilliant and cunning plan, does get captured by the Ropper once again, but does not. Actually, no, he hasn't reeled yet, so he will reel him in. Okay, and with that, it is now Zach's turn as well. So, at the top of the turn order, you sort of hear, you kind of see. Actually, no, I don't know if you really do see this as such, but actually, no, I would say that maybe Grumsh I think I'd probably say one of them has to move around the side for this, and basically these two Korean are passing the egg down to this Korean, and this one starts climbing down with the egg. I'd say that's basically the action, so now basically these two guys are obscured from view. So I'll just hide them for now. Okay, and as I was saying, it's now Zach's turn.
I guess just gonna step over the corpse of this guy. If you want to move his token.
Yeah, you know what,
Cool.
I'll just delete him just for simplicity's sake.
And he'll go after Rama. That better hit. 20.
It does hit.
Yeah, 12 damage. Halved, I guess.
Yes, that is indeed the case. So, yeah, Rama once again does take the damage. Okay. So, do you do anything else with him?
Yeah, there's nothing else you can do.
Okay. It's now Rama's turn. So, Rama is once again going to try and grapple Arthur. Make an opposed strength check, please.
Bit of these.
Oh no.
I mean, it's less than the modifier, isn't it?
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's interesting actually, because that's a nat 1. But he beats your check.
Tie?
But a net 1?
Yeah, it is. You know what? Because he technically succeeded, I'm going to basically say that. I'm going to say that what actually happens is after you get pushed 5 feet back, but you're not grappled.
Okay.
So yeah, it's kind of basically he kind of failed, but somewhat. Okay, let's see. I think Rama with his remaining He is just going to try in that case to... I don't think there's really much else he can do right now, actually, because that uses action. Okay, as anticlimactic as that Titanic struggle was, it is now Lane's turn.
Can I hit Rama from up there?
You are higher above, so yeah.
Okay, so yeah. I'm gonna try.
See if it beats a bit.
You know that
Oh,
shiny
oh,
new bow. I don't know.
I think I
how
just
that
gotta use
feels.
my autumn bow. I don't know what Arthur did done with it, but
There was a lot of nat ones tonight, I just want to say.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to say that as you release the bow kind of somehow defying the laws of physics themselves, the bow kind of just slides out of your hand and it goes as like a projectile towards Zach's head. Just going to roll. Just going to roll it.
Do you still have hold of the arrow?
Yeah, but basically, Zach gets. He doesn't get impaled by the arrow, but like the bow itself hits Zach in the back of the head for 8 bludgeoning damage.
It had to be max damage. Why
It had
was
to be
max
max
damage when it's from the fire?
So yeah, that actually puts that below half health. Good job, Blaine. Okay.
I order Max to attack Rama. Guess.
We believe in you. Believe in the hearts of the dogs. Oh, wolves.
Okay, that does not
No.
hit. Unfortunately.
I shouldn't have believed it. Damn it.
Yep.
Yes,
I do believe.
it was.
That's my fault.
It was indeed your belief that caused that to happen. You truly are a monster.
I am the turn.
Okay, Green Blood to appear. These guys have really not been that lucky, I don't think. He has to try and make an escape once again from this
No,
guy.
the enemy's not been looking at Yona.
I know, right? It's a tragedy. Yeah, he's really not lucky. Once again, his weapon is still on the floor, so he can only make an attack with his claw right now. If he can even hit this thing. Actually, yes, he does. So... So yeah, he actually gets max damage on this thing. Well done, you. Unfortunately for him, it doesn't really care. It's not a particularly intelligent creature, so you can't really tell if it's hurt or not. But the people hurt by it, on the other hand, probably don't have such an issue. Okay, Lia's turn. So, Lia, I think, is just going to... She's going to move next to him. We're going to make a couple attacks with her claws. Okay, unfortunately, neither of those hits. She likes rolling 11, well, like rolling in the... So like 10s or 11s, I've noticed. Okay, it's now Gwen's turn.
Leaning against the wall, trying to focus. Effectively, not doing.
Okay, so is Gwen... Did you say Gwen was doing something, sorry?
She's leaning against the wall, trying to find a focus, like huddling against the wall, trying to keep an eye still on Delum, but also trying to find her own focus.
Okay. Does she take any other action or...
No.
Okay, fair enough. Right. So it is now Langdros' turn, so he is once again going to go for his lightning breath. Fortunately, does not recharge, is going to go for a couple of attacks. So, boop, and boop. Oh, God, another nat one. Okay, going to say that Rama ducks for the first attack, so it actually ends up hitting the orc instead. There's a lot of friendly fire.
Yeah. Can we just have getting nat 20s for us, please?
So, okay, so, yeah, unfortunately, inadvertently, he kills this orc. Like, he never stood a chance. It was literally, he was concentrating on Rama and then his head just gets lobbed off. Fortunately, as Rama stands back up to laugh at the spectacle, he himself also gets hit. For 7. So. Okay, so at the end. Okay, so at the end of this turn, Rama is going to take a legendary action. And before he does, he just goes to say, I think I've allowed you to take enough free hits now. Time we actually start to get things moving. And with that, he is going to use the whirlwind attack that Slangdrosa used in his battle. So it's going to be anyone within range, so...
Ironically, I'm not.
Yep, he actually pushed you away thanks to his failed grapple check. That wasn't intended, it just works out that way. The one person he probably actually wanted to kill most is the only one who won't get hit by this. So, okay, he's basically just going to make an attack against everyone. So I'm just going to do this one by one. So, does that hit... I'm just going to go this way. So I'm going to do Zach first. Does that hit Zach? I don't believe it does.
No.
No.
Okay, I'm actually just going to move around here just so it's a bit easier to get back into. Right, okay, that will hit Max, so.
Yep.
Okay, that will hit Max for 10 damage.
Right.
Okay, and then he makes that attack against Langdrosa, which actually, yeah, it hits. And hits him for 11. Okay, then makes an attack against Lyre, unfortunately. Believe that does miss her though. Yep, that misses. Okay, 13 hit Robert.
Nope.
Okay, so with that, that's Langdrosa's legendary action over with, and it is now Arthur's turn.
Seeing that sudden whirlwind round, I'm just going to charge straight back in and try and hit him under the jaw with the mace.
That will connect. Yes, Mitsubishi. For 9.
Followed by Robert Rending. Don't nat one again. Yeah, it connects.
Okay, roll damage.
Hey, max damage against an enemy. Hey. That's the end of my turn.
Okay, it's now Delman's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna shout out to him. Your allies are done! You're surrounded! Give up! Shouting to Rama.
Okay. Do an intimidation check, actually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have him roll insight. He doesn't have any bonuses for that.
Oh, that would have wonderfully gone that one.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it would be suitable, and Rama just looks back towards Delman and just scoffs, doesn't say anything. Okay, do you do anything else? That's your interaction.
Have it your way. I'm going to shoot him with Rare Frost.
Nice.
Okay, that will hit. Most definitely.
Yeah,
There's
one
a nat
damage.
one. I mean, to be fair, there's worse nat ones you could have gotten.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would just kind of raises an incredulous eyebrow at that.
At least it's not halved, I don't think.
It isn't. I'll clarify it isn't. Okay, the orcs. Oh, sorry. Do you do anything else? Beg your pardon, Delman.
I'll turn my head to Gwen like, Are you all right?
Not sure. Not sure.
Get it together. I'll end my turn. I'm done.
Okay, with that, it's now the orc's turn. So the orc is going to attempt to do its save DC. No, unfortunately, it does not escape. Although he is not disarmed because he didn't roll a nat 1 just yet. So he is going to actually try and make an attack, which hits, actually.
I would expect that to be that one just then.
Yeah, I was really expecting it as well. But yeah, orcs are actually not doing too bad in terms of damage today.
Two of them are dead, but yeah.
Well, I mean,
Well,
they did something. But fodder.
I mean, the last orc that died actually killed one of the bigger enemies, so...
I mean, to be fair, the only reason the second one died is because, yeah, friendly fire again. That's probably going to be the name of this episode. Just, it's like, ignoring the context, this is just going to be friendly fire. Okay, I'm actually going to say that Grumsh, because he was stood looking at this, he kind of saw one of the eggs being lowered and probably one of the queen popping out to pop it down. He's probably going to run forward into the mist. Okay, so how does Fog Cloud? Is it just disadvantage, by the way, Delman, when someone attacks in Fog Cloud?
Give me a sec.
I assume it would be. Because, like, they're within 5 feet, so I'd imagine they could at least somewhat see them.
A creature in a heavily obscured area is effectively under the blinded condition. So they have disadvantage on attacks. But I think the enemy, because they're in the cloud as well, attacks against them have advantage. So I think it just cancels it out.
It just kind of evens out
attack.
when they're in the fog. Okay.
I think.
Right, okay, so he is going to make 2 attacks against the nearest guy he sees. Unfortunately, the first one does miss. The second one, actually, let me just check for the second. I don't actually have his sheet open. Let's just grab it. It's a pizza for the second one, actually. Let's double check that. Okay, so that's that. Well, at least it's only a nat 1 for damage. Okay, so swings into the green grunt in front of him, doing. Oops, Daisy needs to get back over here. So doing 11 damage. Okay, that will be Grumsh's turn. Time for the Ropper, so I'm going to just roll. It's going to roll a d4, so even he goes for the blood letter, or he goes for the orc. Okay, blood letter it is. So he is going to make a bite attack. Actually, somehow doesn't manage to hit him despite holding him in place. Boom, there you go. Has nothing else in range to real, so he is going to end his turn for now. It's Zach's turn. At the top of the turn order, the queen that isn't fighting Grumsh is going to run in this direction as far as he can to get out of the fog. Okay, so now it's Zach's turn.
Guess he's just going to keep attacking Rama.
Okay, 19 will hit.
It's 16 damage.
Sweet. Okay, so to go in. Okay. Anything else for Zach?
No.
Okay. In that case, it's Rama's turn once again. Rama is just going to try and go for a multi-attack on, let's see, I think he's just going to focus on Arthur this time because he got out of the way of his whirlwind attack and he wants to make up for lost time in that respect. Okay, I assume the first one misses, second hits.
So who was your second there, sorry?
You.
Yeah, yes, second hits.
Okay, hits you for 11.
Ow.
Okay, so there we go. So let's see. After making the attack, Rama, like, despite knowing that he is surrounded, is actually going to do something pretty bold. He is going to, like, have him make. Let me see. That would be, yeah, his interaction. He's going. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm just trying to think if he could actually do this. Yeah, actually, he could go that way. Okay, he is actually going to try and move out of your range. So, yeah, a few of you get opportunity attacks on him. So, Arthur, would you like to go first?
I'm assuming he's just outright move. Where's he moving to exactly? To who the
Oh,
opportunity attack?
my apologies. I was trying to mark that he's kind of like moving in this direction here.
He would have to move between the.
Yeah, that's
Which
basically.
I don't know if he can move like that though, because of the spacing.
Can they not
He
go
can't move
diagonal?
through the. I'm not sure they can give him move. Kind of got him caught.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm thinking about it. Actually, no, this guy that is left is dead. So he's on the floor right now. So he could go that way, I think.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah, yeah, he's just going to do that then. So he is going to just move directly to his left. So yeah, that's going to basically get opportunity.
Either way, yeah,
That's good.
opportunity.
Yeah, a lot of opportunity attacks, basically from everyone. So go ahead and make your attacks. Everyone who's around him. So
At 20.
at 20, that's good. All your damage.
16.
That is nice. That is very nice.
Actually, got fully max damage. Nice.
No, max damage would have been 18.
Put it.
You rolled 1, 6, and a 4 on the main damage.
Okay. So.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Yeah, max damage.
So.
See.
Okay, have Zark attack next. Also crits. Nice.
There's a crit.
So, is that 25 damage in total? If I'm reading it right.
Yes. Because
Fucking hell.
crit damage, and then you had an extra die for crit damage, so 25 damage. Anything you can do, Zach can do it better.
Apparently so. Apparently so.
Fuck you.
He is regretting this decision now, by the way. He didn't think you guys would hit this hard. Robert, make his attack.
No.
Okay, so, Max, make your attack. Okay, Max unfortunately does not hit, so now it's Fire and Lingdrosa get an attack. So, Fire, it's not hits.
We used to put a good luck, damn it. Health.
I mean, to be fair, Lyre doesn't do that much damage on hits. Now, Lingdrosa, I think, yeah, it misses him by 1. Unfortunately, so, yeah. Essentially, Rama is basically going to... He's essentially going to go to... He's kind of needs to go 10 feet, and then he's going to go down So yeah, he's basically going towards the egg. And yeah, he's already used his action, so he can't pick it up. So yep, fair enough. So with that in mind, it is now Blaine's turn. Incidentally, remember Blaine, your bow is currently on the ground at the side of Zach, considering you use it as a projectile weapon against his head.
Right, so I get down to get
That's
it.
the +1 bow.
That is the +1 bow. That's
You never
I
gave
have
away
got other
the other
bow, to
bow.
be honest.
You could just take out your other bow.
Yeah, I gonna do that instead.
So you could. I'll let you take that out as an interaction.
Hold on.
Which one are you attacking, Si? Are you attacking Grammar?
Yeah. Sorry.
Unfortunately, just about misses him. Not by very much, though.
Right.
Max doing anything?
No.
Okay. Turn of the Bloodletter. Can he escape this time? No, he can't. He's. I'm very surprised he's still alive, or just still captured. Once again, all he can do is try to make an attack using his claw. God, these guys were so threatening, but they've just turned into a joke. Yeah, unfortunately, 11 damage. I do not believe not 11 damage, but yeah, 11 to hit does not do it. Okay, it is Liar's turn. So I think. Let's see. I think Liar is probably seeing that most other threats are dealt with. She is probably. Let me just see what options she has. Let's actually check this. She is actually going to run up to. Whatchamacallit? This is a bit risky, but might be one. So, she's going to run up to here, and she is going to cast Bestow Curse by touching Grama. So let's just get that up. So basically, Rama now has disadvantage on strength ability checks and strength saving throws. He will have disadvantage to attack Liar. Needs to make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of his turns, and while he's cursed, Liar's attacks will do an extra 1d8 necrotic damage to Rama. Okay, that is all she can do for the time being. So now it's Gwen's turn. You do anything, Gwen?
Sorry. I move up a little bit to the foot of the stairs.
Okay.
And I'll try to throw fire at the
The stone guy. Unfortunately, that doesn't actually hit by 1. He has an exceptionally high AC.
Wasn't really expecting it to, but yeah.
I mean, under normal, that literally would have hit anything else. Oh dear. Do you do anything else, Gwen?
No, I had my turn.
Okay. So, it's now Langdrosa's turn. So, Drosa is going to move up, and he's actually going to do something a bit different. He looks towards Rama, and he just says, You took something valuable from me. Now I'm going to take something that you want. And he is, instead of attacking Rama, he's actually going to go for the dragon egg in front of him. Okay, and with that, he's going to roll to attack. Yeah, he hits. And, yeah, he destroys that dragon egg. And Rama, just in response, goes, "No! I still have one, Landrosa. I only need another." With that, Landrosa is going to make another attack against Rama, which does not hit. So, with that, it's now Arthur's turn.
Myself and Roberts will run up and surround Rama, and we'll both attack him.
Okay, it's 6. Was that 22 for Robert's side?
Yep.
Okay. Does that. So. Okay, is that it for you?
Yes,
Arthur?
end of my turn.
Right, so, as you end your turn, Arthur, Rama's going to take a legendary action. Rama stands up straight and just looks over to Langdrosa and just states, "Those enhancements you mentioned, where did you think they came from?" And with that, some of Rama's wounds start to nick closed. And he just kind of looks towards Arthur and just says, "We're far from done." Okay. So, it is now Delman's turn.
Okay, seeing him do that, can I get the impression that that my cold magic would affect him the same way it did Langdrosa?
If it is, he's not showing visible irritation like Langdrosa did.
Okay.
I mean, it could be, but you're not really sure.
Alright, I figured the melee guys have got that thing in hand. I'm going to turn and see Gwen attacking the roper over there.
So what are you going to do?
I am going to shoot Ray of Frost at the roper.
So, I'm actually going to say, Delman, as you go to do that action, the Ray of Frost, you feel the magic welling up, but then it just suddenly stops. And then you also just stop on the spot. Just need to move this over here. Go. So, Delman, probably not a good time for this to happen. But you feel your feet planted, and your body just locks up. You start to feel your blood run cold. And you just start to feel an emotion welling up inside of you. An emotion that wants you to act. An emotion that wants to take control. You've lost 2 of them already. I need one of these eggs, gnome. You seem incapable of completing this task by yourself. So now I shall intervene. And with that,
Do I see any of that in him, or is
you
it all
know what?
internal?
I'm going to say that he is saying this out loud. It's quite obvious what's happening. One of you has a chance to react to this.
I
He's
would like to try to tackle him.
Okay. Go ahead, and I think it's going to be opposed strength. Delman, roll an opposed strength check against Gwen. Oh, okay. So, Gwen, you run up to Delman and you briefly engage in a struggle. Excuse me, sorry. But Kryolak manages to push you about 5 feet back. So, now, sort of like, Kryolak looks disdainfully towards you, Gwen, but then he actually looks towards Zark, of all people, and he just says, "No one really nearer to do this. But you're a wellspring of magical potential. I have use of you." And with that, Delman uses his bonus action in order to let out a magic tendril, which grips around Zark's form. As it envelops Zark, you feel some of your life force drain away. You can even swear for a moment that, like, you're kind of struggling to keep your focus, and you even feel your strength, like your muscles, fading away. In the next moment, Kryolak turns around to everyone else. So I just have to just got those moments where I kind of lost the notes. This is great. There we go. So, Delman, roll a wisdom save for me, please.
Is this a magical effect?
I did say that last time, so it applies this time too.
Cool.
But you don't get the advantage this time because Gwen didn't manage to tackle you.
Oh, my bad. Well, 16.
This won't go on much longer. I'm kind of... So you managed to fight against Kryolak's resistance somewhat, as he throws an icy sphere into the sky, or sort of into the area above Varma. The sphere then explodes, and you swear initially, anyone around, that the shards are going to hit you. But it seems somehow, just through some miraculous force of will, that the shards all managed to redirect onto Varma specifically. So with that, he is going to take... He needs to make a spell DC save, so it needs to be quite a high roll here. He fails. He isn't going off your spell DC, by the way, if you're wondering, Delman.
Okay.
So, be 10, 6. Yep, so Rama takes that much cold damage as the icicles just pelt him. So, yeah, I'm going to sort of also as well, this knocks Rama prone. Okay, so with that ends Delman's turn. So Yeah, I'm just going to probably skip over a little bit now. Just to kind of clarify, do you guys need to stop literally right now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Okay, guys, do you mind if I just do the rest of this as a cinematic then? Because I don't really want to end this mid-fight.
Go ahead.
Sure.
What's that?
Okay. So basically, what happens as Rama is knocked down by the ice, Lungdrosa picks him up and tosses him over, and the two go into the fog. So they wrestle for probably the best part of a couple of minutes until you eventually see the two of them get to about here, and Lengdrosa manages to get onto this side of Rama, and he prepares a lightning breath in his mouth. So basically, the two struggle against each other, and yeah, basically they just have this quick exchange where Rama's eyes widen as the lightning breath charges, and he just goes, "You fool! At this range, you'll kill us both!" Lengdrosa just smiles as the lightning breath continues to charge. Rama then just goes, "This is beneath you! I can't defend myself if you kill me like this! If you die like this, your name will be sullied with shame!" Lengdrosa's beam grows ever more intense, and Raman then just screams, "Release me!" Lengdrosa peers over to the likes of Delaman, to the rest of you, and then releases his lightning breath, which causes Rama to fall backwards down the ladder. And Lengdrosa himself falls over, dead. And because there isn't really any more time, that's where the session ends, as anticlimactic as that was, sorry. Okay, I'll have to end this now just so you guys can get off. So, yeah, I'm really sorry that. Okay, so we'll just pick that up next time when hopefully we're a bit more energetic. So, yeah, I'll speak to you guys soon.
EDB.
Okay, goodbye.